Welcome back to the final part of Sonic Forces, everybody. And today, we do two things. We fight the final boss, and then we watch the credits. Once more, I am joined by Riel. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Louder.
Hi.
Good. No, and I wasn't trying to be mean. It's like the microphone literally did not pick you up. I'm going to assume you have learned absolutely nothing about this game.
Yeah.
You don't even know what happened in this game.
No?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I wonder if we can do this recording without saying a single curse word. Do you think we could do it?
Yes.
Let's try it. Let's try it indeed. What do you think about these little platform challenges?
Um, they look fun.
Man, our commentary became very dry as soon as we said no cursing. That's no good. That's very much a no good statement, sentiment, etc. Okay. Jump. Nope. I apparently just cannot make jumps in this game. And then when I do make jumps, it looks nice, okay? I think this game, on a visual level, looks nice. I don't think it looks great, but I think it looks nice. So we finished the S rank here for Extra 3, and I think this might be the last extra stage I do. I know there are more extra stages, but at the same time, I don't think I could have been bothered to do it. I really think I just did the extra stages because they were unlocked as I progressed through the game, not because I found any genuine enjoyment and thrill going through them. It's more, hey, it's content, let's show it off. Behold, the final boss fight of Sonic Frontiers. I keep calling this game Frontiers. Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces. Frontiers is a better game. It's a 100 million times better game. And that might not be hyperbole. According to IGN, though, they gave this game a 6.9 out of 10. They give Sonic Frontiers a 7 out of 10. What? Nah. IGN is smoking something. I don't know what it is, but they're smoking something. Why the hell did I give this character a necklace with a lock on it, you know, resembling Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass comics? What do you think? What do you think of my, not the character itself, but my philosophy behind designing a character?
That don't, like, you don't change it when you're...
The character has been changing from every episode.
Well, I mean, like, not a lot, right?
Huh? No, it's subtle. It's always been subtle.
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning of the series, this character had orange shoes. At the beginning, they were using pink ribbons. Near the middle, there was usage of a belt somewhere. I changed the character's guns over and over again. And at this point, we get Eggman as the twist, which is the big running trope of the Pontaf games. The Pontaf games, I'm going to count them as Colors, Generations, Lost World, and Forces. What do all these games have in common? It's that the big bad isn't really the big bad. The big bad is Dr. Eggman. Now, I get it. The Adventure 1 all the way to Black Knight gave us the Monster of the Week formula. And I understand what Clement, a YouTube content creator who makes Mega Man videos and occasionally had I think it was a 6 or 7 hour long Sonic 06 review. He was talking about monotony, but at the same time, we had Eggman fighting as the final boss in Sonic 1, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 Knuckles. That's already 4 games. Then we had the arcade games, the fighting games, so on and so forth. So I thought that was getting boring too. I actually appreciated the Monster of the Week because it gave us a new thing to look forward to, even if the formula was getting stale. Here is just Eggman again in another mech suit. Now, don't get me wrong, the whole point of Eggman was to be the technology versus nature equivalent. But even then, Sonic was always more subtle than that. Because the whole point of Tails is that he's a way you could use technology for the betterment of nature as opposed to its detriment, which is what Eggman was. Tails, in reality, should have been the Eggman rival, and Sonic should have been the one relegated to fighting Monster of the Week. But they didn't stick with that beginning with Pontaf. And beginning with Pontaf, writer team, they really lowered the tone of the series. I mean, this series has always had, serious moments. Chasing the Death Egg Robo up onto space, or hunting down treasured emeralds from different dimensions, or the opening scene of Adventure, which involves police shooting some water dude. Yes, at the first cutscene of Sonic Adventure, you could technically say there was a shooting, and you would not be wrong, and still the game was rated 8. But somehow, after Black Knight, the tone of the series just went from, moderately dark but still upbeat children's game to a Saturday morning cartoon, okay? That was what bothered me about the series from Pontaf to Forces. It just felt like a cartoon. Now, don't get me wrong, these are some of the most cartoony in-design characters with some of the most cartoony in-design backstories and explanations and motivations. But it at least had the decency to try and be cool. Say what you will about Sonic 06 and how Sonic was kissed by a girl while he was unconscious. Yes, that actually happened in Sonic 06. At least you know in the back of your head that the writers of that game were trying to create an epic. They were trying to tell a grand narrative, a grand story that you can remember. Okay, I still remember the plots to Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Shadow, and 06. And even Shadow, with as messy of a plot as, okay, let me put it. If you think, say, Umineko and Higurashi is confusing to follow, you have not played Shadow the Hedgehog. That game is a mess to follow, considering half the events don't even happen, and the other half of the events have to be viewed in multiple different stories just to get the full picture. Umineko does not make you read it 10 times to actually understand what's going on. It will try to do that, but it's not a mandatory if you really start from the get-go. Starting with Adventure 2, I really saw Tails as Eggman's rival. Don't get me wrong, my first game was 06, so I started with the Sonic vs. Eggman dynamic. That's a pretty snazzy performance there, line from the beginning of 06. That intro scene really captured the feeling of Sonic. And there's one thing I liked about the Sonic from the Adventure all the way to Black Knight, is that when the going got really tough, he knew to shut up and do things. The issue with Pontaf Sonic is that he doesn't even take the situation he's in seriously. So how can I, the player of this game, take the situation even remotely seriously? I'm not even saying taking it to the point of actually believing in it, because that's an illusion. But to the point of I can see and follow the story with some emotional investment to it, even though this is a story about a 3-foot-tall cartoon blue hedgehog rodent that's anthropomorphic and stuff. And that really is it. It lost the cool factor that kept me in this series for so long. Generations didn't win me over for the cool factor. It won me over because it was a celebration of all the stuff, including the cool games I liked. It didn't have CD, it didn't have figurines, Black Knight, or Shadow, but it had everything else. It was fun. It was good. And that's the final boss of the game. What do I feel about it? Absolutely nothing. And I mean absolutely nothing. Did anything get done in this episode, Bria? You don't know. I mean, we just saved the world from a tyrannical dictator who took it over in 6 months. Blah blah. Blah. Yeah, right. I don't care. Anyways, all that's left is the post credits, is the credits and the post credits scene. So while we do that, is there anything else you would like to bring up to the audience?
No.
No. Nothing at all?
Mm.
Well, that's fair. That's it for the game. Am I ever gonna play this game again? I highly doubt it. I really highly doubt it. You know, I'm gonna go on record that say this. I will only do colors for the YouTube series if someone pays me to do it. I genuinely do not care about colors. You know, at least this game let me customize a character. Who will never be seen again afterwards anyways, because, you know, original the character is no longer in the series. Sonic Forces, Sega Games Company Limited. Made by Sonic Team, the studio that brought you Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. Oh, that was a selling point. That was such a selling point. Alright, Shun Nakamura, you got exactly what you wanted. You got to watch me dash like a maniac without worrying about the complex controls. Good job, sir. You did a good job. You got me to buy this game 3 times. Once for discount, once full price, and then once on the Nintendo Switch shop. And honestly, I still didn't even pay $60. That wasn't even close. I didn't even pay $60. That's the craziest part. You would think I would have spent $90 on this easy, but no. Not even 60. I do have the Supersonic DLC, but I'm not showing that off. I do not care enough to show off the Supersonic DLC for this game. Alright, this was made with the Havok engine. I completely forgot about that. Honestly, if I have any command, it would be... Not command, any demands, it would be Sega. Port Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes, and 06 to Steam. It's been 17 years. You can port that game to Steam. Even if people don't like it, you can still port it to Steam. I don't think anyone's gonna care. So overall, did you enjoy your time with Sonic Frontiers? Fuck. Sonic Forces, Priya? Yes? Did you get invested emotionally in the characters' thrilling, gripping writing and amazing music? You gonna answer the question? Did you get emotionally invested in the characters, the writing, the amazing music, and the thrilling adventure that was promised to us by Shin Nakamura?
Yes.
No, you didn't. We didn't even mention Jack Diddley Squat in this damn game. Nothing. Okay? Shoutouts to Tomoya Otani. You made some banger tracks in this game. Okay, you made some banger tracks in the next game with Kellen Quinn, but in this game... You know, I actually don't dislike the main theme of the game, Fist Bump. I think that song is okay to listen to, just as a song, but hearing it in the game is what I don't like. What'd you post? Stop lying or faking. I see you reading my messages. I am not reading that out loud. You might have to go to the cops for this one.
He's not gonna do anything. He thinks I'm like 12.
No, you're not 12. You're definitely not.
He's trying to scare me because he thinks I'm like a kid.
Hey man, people who are stupid are gonna be stupid. Why did I think leaving the credits in was a good idea? Right, because I didn't want this to be one level and one boss fight. Okay, Tyler Smith, no offense, dude, but honestly, this was not your song. I know a lot of people like the Infinite theme, but the other song, Find Your Flame, was so much better. And I know that was 5 years later, but I don't care. The Infinite theme, I never enjoyed it. I don't think I ever listened to the Infinite theme on my own time. If I do another one of these post commentaries, Brielle, would you like to join me for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I gotta remember parts 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all age restricted, the rest are free game. Somehow. I have no idea how I sat through that. But truth be told, thank you very much. Thank you very much. If it wasn't for you, I probably would not have done this voiceover commentary. I probably would have just wasted 4 hours, like not even 4 hours, not even 2.5 hours playing this game. I drink an entire ionized alkaline water, pH 9.5. These things have 33.8 ounces in them of just water. In breakfast, you can drink water. That way you don't have to drink orange juice.
But I wanna like orange juice because it's so aesthetic to like orange juice.
It's really not. Orange juice nowadays is made through high fructose corn syrup, and
Well, what if I make my own orange juice?
do you make your own orange juice, yes or no?
Nobody want to.
Then don't say anything until you do it. Once you do it, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hand squeezed orange juice is one of the most delicious beverages you will ever consume in your life. Okay? I know this because when I was a young lad, I would watch my grandmother squeeze the orange juice by hand. She served it to me in a cup, and that cup was the best tasting beverage I had had in the past 3 years at that point. I am not kidding. 3 years of beverages, and I think that was the best beverage I had up until that point. It was similar to... I'm assuming you've watched the movie Ratatouille?
No.
Damn, what can I use as an example? Got no idea what I can use as an alternative example. I was gonna reference a scene where Ego eats the ratatouille and he's reminded of his mother. It was like that, but cooler, because I didn't have an original memory. It was a new memory. For me, because I was still a kid and I was too young to be nostalgic. Why do I need to know who the senior business analyst of Sega is? Come on, guys, come on. This is really it, huh? This is Sonic Forces, right, guys? this is the game that you give to the people because it's a great game that you have us waiting since 2014 for. So there's a 3-year wait between Lost World and this game. And not even 3 years. No, it was 3 or 4 years. Was Lost World 2013 or 2014? I don't remember. Either way, it was a long enough time that it was a drought, okay, of main series. I was waiting for this game. I was salivating over this game. Like, I literally, when I heard the name Sonic Forces, water would form in my mouth. That is how good the marketing was for this game. Going back to this game, it was nice. I don't need to know that Ben Harrison was the director of HR for this game. I don't need to know that the corporate office manager was Lindsay Cox. And I don't need to know the special thanks section. Okay, thank goodness the credits are not over yet. How long are these credits? Okay, Osamu Ohashi, I am glad you enjoyed being the chief producer. Please tell me that's the end of the credits. Copyrighted by Sega. Excellent. Excellent. Sega, registered trademark. And now we get the final scene of this game. What do you think the final scene of this game is? Bro, what do you think the final scene of this game is?
Sonic taking a big ol' fat poopy on Amy.
You're gross. That is disgusting. There's no way they would put that in a game that's rated E. Or E10 for that matter. Yo, why these characters got so much drip? Look at this Vector dude. Look at his chain around his neck. You know it's canon that Vector's in debt to the Mafia? And he's also behind on his car payments? This really happens in a kids game, guys. Like, people are behind on their car notes. They need to get this paper. Vector literally enters a car racing game tournament to make some cash. I know, it's funny, right? Okay, look at Sonic and then look at my character. Do they look like they're from the same series?
No,
Why not?
they look kind of aesthetically different.
Very much so. Goodbye.
Bye.
Not you.
Oh.
I'm saying goodbye to this game.
Oh, it's like, oh.
This game, doing this recording session, has made me think critically about myself, my decisions in life, and why I'm still here. It has allowed me to understand you a lot more.
Why? But what?
Just a general understanding. Think of this as like a global approach as opposed to a facet approach. When you use a facet approach, is because you're looking at individual sections. A global approach is when you look at the individual as a whole. So it allows me to understand you at a global level, and I don't mean the Earth. I mean you as a complete person. Do you have anything to say to the nice viewers before the episode ends?
No.
Okay.